Hey everyone, welcome back to whatever this segment is that we're calling it, Ben. I have no idea, but this is an amazing segment where I get to sit down with friends from BNI, and I'm here with Jay Green from Wireless Zone in Wakefield. And what's the other location?
North Kingstown, so Quonset.
Awesome. Well, Jay, welcome. Thanks for coming to the office.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So we, as I mentioned, we're friends from BNI. We're becoming friends. We just had our impromptu one-to-one. But you've been in the group for a little while, right?
Been in the group for 2 years now. Yep.
2 years. Very cool. Yeah. What is it about this particular group that keeps you coming back every Thursday morning at 6:45?
It's really the people in it, honestly. When I joined 2 years ago, I was skeptical about okay, what am I doing here? But through one-on-ones, getting to know people personally, then it's all about knowing your referrals so that you can refer your friends and family to them, and you feel comfortable that when you give somebody business that they're going to do the right thing.
Yeah. It's the relationships that you build are so key. I mean, people don't want to do business with people they don't know.
Yeah, and right? New England is already, I got a guy kind of place for that.
Yeah,
so.
And you are, when people say I got a guy for that, they're saying I got Jay for my wireless, Verizon Wireless.
Yeah, absolutely. Got Jay for my Verizon Wireless. I got Jay for my home internet. That's stuff that we now rely on a lot. So
maybe we can dispel some wireless myths or misconceptions or confirm, I guess, right? Well, one thing I think is really cool. So I have Verizon. I've had Verizon for a little while.
I knew you had a good vibe.
What's that?
I knew you had a good vibe.
That's it. I got the good vibes, the Verizon vibes, baby. I think it's so awesome that you can have two numbers on this phone. You can have a business line and a personal line.
Yeah, amazing.
And at least when I bought it, it was $10 a month or something like that.
That's still what it is.
Yeah.
That's still what it is. Yeah. And these phones now are what's called dual SIM capable. So that gives it the ability to have two numbers on it. Yeah. So, I mean, our cell phone numbers, I think we can agree are out there to pretty much a lot of places we don't want them to be now. So even if you didn't have a side hustle or something you were going to use just to have a junk number to give a Stop and Shop card you sign up for or something, so your main number isn't out there. It's a lot of people like that too.
It's worth the $10 a month just to not get those calls.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, as a business owner though, you might not want to give your cell phone number, your personal cell phone, to a prospect or somebody,
or a school nurse might not want to give the parents her personal phone number, but maybe she's got a number for the parents or a coach or something like that.
Sure.
There's a ton of uses for that.
Yeah. And how long have you been working at Wireless Zone?
I've been with the Wireless Zone for 6 years now.
Yep.
Verizon Wireless on the indirect channels, so stores that aren't owned by Verizon, I've been with for 15 years.
Okay.
I prefer that channel. I think that Verizon provides a great network, but I think the indirect channels provide better customer service at point of sale and dealing with bills and things like that.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So, I mean, nobody wants to call Verizon. Nobody wants to call 611 and wait on hold and maybe talk to somebody from another country. Who knows nowadays? You know what I mean? So to have a face when you have an issue with your account or an issue with your phone to go to, I think is key. People kind of like that. Sometimes they overstep their boundaries and they text me at 6:30 in the morning. But I deal with it.
But you give them the second number for that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I don't know. When I switched to Verizon, I want to say during COVID. And it was just because I wanted a different number.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was with AT&T since I was 16. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to try something new. I'm going to go to Verizon. And then it's like, oh, my bill's cheaper. People were nicer. And I had my streaming services paid for.
Yeah.
For a little while. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
That's something that Verizon over the past year is new to them and really diving into is putting the streaming services on your wireless bill and saving a little bit of money.
Yeah.
We all have these streaming services that we sign up for now, whether it's Netflix or Disney, whatever it is. And for Verizon, the benefit is it makes you more sticky as a customer. If you decide you want to leave in 2 years and you have all this stuff tied in, it makes it harder for the consumer. We save money.
Right.
So that's the give and take on that.
Well, that's what it comes down to. We all want to save a little bit of cash, right?
Yep, absolutely. Nothing's getting cheaper.
It's not getting cheaper. But speaking of prices, I mean, are there some good deals going on with Verizon plans right now, or are there any incentives for folks?
Yeah, I mean they always have trade-in deals going on for like getting a new phone. When you open a new line at Verizon, there's deals for bringing your own device to give you some extra money off. There's a big launch coming up in 3 weeks. It's the new iPhones coming out. So
What is this? Is this the 17
the
now?
17. Yeah.
So this always happens to me. I always wait. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to get the new phone. I don't need it. I had the 13 for a while. And I just got the 16 Pro, I don't know, 6 months ago. And I said, as soon as I get this, sure as anything, a new one's going to come out. But is there a big difference between the 17 and the 16 at this point?
So it hasn't been announced yet. It'll be announced on the 9th. But
that's when they do their
big
convention.
Unveiling. I know they are making a new model this year. It's going to be called the iPhone Air, like they used to make the MacBook Air.
So it's going to be a little thinner, maybe, potentially.
Potentially, yeah. I haven't seen any specs on it, but the name would suggest that.
Yep.
We think it's going to have a different color selection for that. Ultimately, like the functionality of the phone and what we're going to do on the phone is never really going to change too much. Now we do what we do.
Right.
It's all about the computer that's inside, the hardware it has, how much memory it comes stock with. They're always going to up the game on that stuff. They did change the size a little bit. It's a hair bigger, which some people like, some people hate.
Yeah. So at one point I had a Galaxy S whatever.
Yep.
And the only thing I liked about an Android was I could put a micro SD card in it and expand the memory. Are you still able to do that in Android phones? Or are they barely?
Yeah. They're getting away from that because that type of storage can become corrupt. So it's just not stable.
Okay.
90% of the time it is, but they do get corrupt files. The cloud is such a prevalent thing.
Well,
now.
I was going to say, yeah, if they continue to put those in the phone, the cloud subscription goes away.
Yeah.
And, that's a money grab for them.
Ultimately, like for Samsung and any Android phone, it's Google is the overhead cloud that wants that money every month.
Yep.
And with Apple, we know it's Apple.
Right. The top phone that you're selling, is it an iPhone or
in this demographic in South County, it's iPhone country.
It's iPhone country?
Yeah.
So we all like the blue bubbles?
Probably 80% iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah. I have, it's like, it seems like I always have this one friend that ruins the group chat for everybody.
Yeah.
And we got the green bubble.
Yeah.
He's got the green bubble, but now they have the, what is it called? RCS.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the RCS.
So what was happening is if you had an Android phone, obviously we all know that you sent somebody with an iPhone a video and it depleted the quality. So some entity decided that was unfair practice, told Apple they had to change it. So they enabled RCS messaging, which won't do that. So you do have to put it on your phone. You have to tell the iPhone, hey, I want to use RCS messaging as well. But that should alleviate. You're still going to be green. You ain't going to be blue because you're not using iMessage, but you'll be high quality green like me.
Yes. Yeah. So you can almost interact like an iMessage, but it's not.
Right.
More or less, right?
And they put where you can FaceTime Android to Apple as well, but
I didn't know that.
The Apple phone has to initiate it.
Oh, okay.
So it sends a link via message to an Android phone. They hit the link and it opens up the FaceTime.
That makes sense. So then you don't need a third-party app or something like that to do it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I don't know how long the messaging thing and that it will be like, all right, Apple's got a stranglehold because of this.
Yeah.
Because we all know that BlackBerry Messenger was a prevalent thing.
I miss my BlackBerry, the BBMs. Oh my God. They'll never make a comeback, right? They tried and failed.
They just missed the boat on the app, what people wanted to do on their phones.
Yeah.
When it was just email, they were the most secure. Email would display the emails in full text like people wanted. Yeah. But when people wanted to watch YouTube on their phone, BlackBerry just didn't keep up.
I mean, I missed the action on that keyboard.
I missed that keyboard, man. I got good on that.
So nice. Did you ever have a Sidekick?
I didn't have a Sidekick because I didn't have T-Mobile. That was it.
Only T-Mobile.
That was an only
phone. T-Mobile. Yeah. Now I had, what did I have? I started out. So I told you I had AT&T when it was like singular wireless.
Yep.
And then they got bought out or whatever. And I had a basic flip phone. And I think my next one. Oh no! Let me back up. My first phone was a Motorola track phone that I bought when I was 14, I saved up enough money to go and buy myself one of those.
I thought you were gonna say a bag phone.
No. Well, it wasn't a good phone.
No, not a bad bag.
Oh, a
BAG.
bag phone. No,
Yeah.
no. It was, how old do you think I am?
All right, man. Got a few grays in your chin. I know.
And no hair on my head. What was your first phone? Do you remember?
My first phone was a Motorola Pebble, so it was a flip phone.
Okay.
One of the little time when everybody wanted phones to be small, now they want them to be huge.
Yep. I think I might have had a Nokia at one point. Had the Razor.
Everybody had
obviously.
the Razor.
Everybody had the Razor.
Yeah.
The Razor was cool. That's
Motorola's still in the game. A lot of people might not know that, but they're still hanging.
they
not bad, pretty strong.
they a sleeper.
Not a sleeper, but they're still hanging around. They make a new Razor.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like the old one, except it flips open. The whole screen is the inside, like the Samsung.
So it's all
flips.
touch, like you flip it over.
Yeah.
Okay. What about those screens that are those phones that fold?
Those are so Google and Samsung make those.
Okay.
And Motorola. That Razor is one of those.
Interesting. You sell a lot of those?
Not a lot, but we definitely sell them. I'm gonna get one, probably my next phone. I like the Google one. The Google one's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is that an iPhone right there?
I'm rocking an iPhone right now.
So you're gonna go over to the dark side?
I was at Samsung for 10 years, and then I got the iPhone and going back to Android.
Oh, so you were the opposite. See,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a tech dork, so I like to customize my phone. Android gives you a little bit more freedom with
You
your
definitely have more freedom to customize. Although I gotta say the newer iPhones are much better with that.
Yeah.
But it seems like every time, the iPhone users would get so excited about these features like, oh, my camera does this now, or I can customize my home screen now. And Samsung users is like, yeah, we've been doing that for 10 years.
Already had it. Yeah. I remember when like the fingerprint came out and
Yeah.
like the Face ID and the Samsungs had those like a year before the Apple did.
Yeah.
So the Apple's a software company. They outsource their hardware up until like after the iPhone 10 is when they really started making their own chips and their own hardware.
Yep.
But
yeah, well,
they're all good.
They're all good. They all do the same thing,
They all do the
more or
same,
less.
yeah.
Right.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys are pretty active in the community in South County, right?
Yeah, we definitely are.
Did you just do a backpack thing? Or?
Yeah, we do that every year. Usually it's like a month before school starts. So
Okay.
usually like July, early August.
Yep.
Anybody can come and get a backpack. It's got supplies in it.
Nice.
We usually have like something for the kids to do, like face painting or something there. Just like
Cool.
Wireless Zone as a franchise likes to do that.
Mm.
The owner, Scott Moorhead, and I was just down in Florida, and he was talking about this. And I really don't talk about it enough in BNI, like I was saying this week, that Wireless Zone as a franchise just loves to give money to people. They love to give money to nonprofits. So they kind of hang their hat on that's what separates them.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you think, is that one of the differentiators between like, if I walked into a store, like why would I go to a corporate store over a Verizon Wireless or Wireless Zone, or why would I go to a Wireless Zone over a corporate store?
Yep. And that's people. My mother didn't even know the difference. She asked me last week. A lot of people will come into our store and they'll say, hey, you guys are a real Verizon store. Capability wise, there's nothing really now. Verizon wants everybody to be able to do the same thing.
Sure.
And we actually do a little bit more than the corporate stores. We can handle the FiOS equipment. So if you need to bring back and drop off or pick up FiOS equipment, you can't do that at a corporate store. You can at ours.
Really? See, I thought that was one of the things that you could do at a corporate store.
No.
Interesting.
Corporate stores too now have adapted the mantra that you can't call the store. So if you go to call, for example, the North Kingstown corporate store, it routes you to customer care just as if you called 611. You can tell customer care that you want to patch through to that store.
Yeah.
Who knows how long it'll take, but you can't direct dial that store.
But if I were to call Wireless Zone, I'm getting
I may pick up.
You're picking the phone.
I may pick up, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference. But we're locally owned too. So Don Summers, who owns our store and 6 other stores in our group, lives in Wakefield.
Nice.
Dave Moon grew up in Wakefield. He's another part owner of our group. So I feel like it's more of a small business local support.
Right.
Obviously we have Verizon, the big green or the big red monster that's like helping us out on the back end and supplying our awesome network. But ultimately you need people that are going to like set your phone up for you, make sure your emails work and make sure your bill's right and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I would imagine there are a lot of people now. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but I am part owner of a media company, right? So I'm pretty tech savvy.
Yeah.
I can set up the phone by myself and get my email going, but that's not everybody, right? Would you say the majority of the people need help with that, or are there older demographics that are more that?
It's definitely older demographics
Yeah.
want, but it's a level about having full service too that people like.
Mm,
You know, I know how to pump my gas too, but if I pull up at a gas station, he's
Mm.
offering to pump it. Go ahead.
go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a good point.
And nowadays, there's so much that we have on our phone that
Mhm.
we're invested in that we have to make sure that we get into.
Right.
That people just want that peace of mind to make sure it's done right.
Right. Yeah.
You
No,
know?
it's good. I know it's crazy to think our entire lives are right here.
Yeah.
And if this device gets lost,
I tell people all the time, man, you got to have your passwords and stuff somewhere. You got to have a backup plan.
yeah.
You know, Apple even has a feature, and so does Google. It's called a legacy contact.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is if something happened to me, God forbid,
Mm-hmm.
if my phone's locked and I don't have a legacy contact created, nobody's getting into my iPhone.
No.
Nobody's ever getting my stuff.
Not unless they have that
Nope.
keypad or.
So
know,
you can create a legacy contact. I made my wife and my daughter a legacy contact
smart.
so that if something happens to me, they have access to my stuff,
That's good.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
That's not even something that I would have thought about.
and most
But-
people don't want to think about stuff like
Well,
that.
no, you don't want to, but you think of, like, I'm thinking of other people in BNI, like estate planning attorneys, for
Yeah.
instance.
Well, it's heartbreaking to me when I've had a parent come in, not of a young kid, but a kid in the 20s that maybe died in a car accident with his phone. Hey, we need to get stuff off his phone. We had to get his pictures and stuff.
And they
for him.
can't do it.
And I have to look at them and tell them I can't do any. It's a pin locked iPhone. Apple didn't even build a way around that.
Wow.
So
That's crazy. Well, that's certainly a good piece of information to know, right?
Yeah.
But you don't really think of, like, all right, if I'm planning my estate and I'm getting things ready for God forbid something happens. This
should be a
was
piece of
the
it.
last thing I would have ever thought about was I need to include a legacy contact on my phone plan so my family can get into it if something bad happens.
Yeah.
That's wild. But it's good to know that you can
Yeah.
do that. What else?
Is there a way for Verizon to delete your search history though before they do? I'm just asking.
you just
No-
just make sure you use DuckDuckGo. All right.
DuckDuckGo, is that your recommendation?
That's my recommendation. Hit the
Yeah.
little flame at the bottom. Done.
See, I'm a sucker and I have everything Google, so I'm like, you know what? They already know everything about me at this point.
Yeah, and it's building AI. Your Google searches are building AI right now.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know how much you guys use AI in your line of work. We use it every single day.
It's a huge. It's a great tool.
It's an amazing tool, and
Yeah.
we've been using it, Ben, since day one. 4 years.
So you've seen a little bit of the evolution of it.
We've
obviously.
seen the entire evolution
Yeah.
of ChatGPT and just the capabilities, and I've coded websites with ChatGPT.
Yes.
It's even when you delete a chat, it will still remember certain information from previous chats, even if they've been deleted.
I know.
It
remembers everything.
it's a little freaky.
Yeah, the web remembers everything.
Right? But Google is starting to get a little bit more conversational, like ChatGPT.
The Gemini.
It must be the Gemini AI,
Google
right?
AI,
Built
yeah.
into the Google search,
Yes.
right? So you're getting that chat almost like response.
Right.
I don't
Verizon's actually given that. Google has an AI app that
Mm.
you can sign up for. It's like $15 a month or
Yeah.
something. Google or Verizon's giving it free right now. when
Yeah.
You upgrade your phone.
It's interesting. I'm surprised Google was not the pioneer of this sort of way of searching, right?
It seems like
Because-
they were, right? Kind
Well,
of.
I guess it seemed like they were, but I'll be honest with you. Most of my searches nowadays, I'd say 80% of the searches I do are on ChatGPT.
go through ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Wow,
And I
that's
don't think you could
interesting.
always do that because, Ben, correct me if I'm wrong, but is chat now up to date with is it real-time information from the internet, or is it still a data dump from the past?
It's no, it's real-time information now. It can actually actively search the web now, but it is still it feeds like it feeds you back out what it's been fed. So like for example, we had on one of our sports shows, we had a joke during a Super Bowl show when it snowed. Our host's son did a weather report from Mystic in his backyard, and his wife was throwing snow at him and stuff, and it was funny. When I Google searched him later, the Google Gemini that came up was Gary Collins is a meteorologist for 321 Media based in Westerly, Rhode Island, from one post that we did as a
That's
joke in
crazy.
February. So yes, ChatGPT and Gemini and those things, they can all search the web now, but
It may lie.
you still gotta
It's-
find the sources.
You can't take it as gospel. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's,
Also, I love that I've been a part of this show because Daisy's made her official debut now.
Is Daisy on the show?
Daisy's on the show, yeah.
Jay, you better feel pretty special. This is the first show that Daisy has been on.
Daisy debut, and she's doing
Daisy's
a great
debut.
job.
Love it.
Daisy the digital
Dog.
streaming dog. What did we call her?
Daisy the digital something doodle.
Yes.
I don't know, 'cause she's a doodle.
Yes. Daisy the digital broadcast doodle.
You have a dog, right?
We do. Yeah, we have a black labbies too. His name's Sabaj.
Sabaj.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with that name?
We got him when he was 6 months old. He had that name.
He had that name.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's
it
like
means.
very exotic.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but he's labs are so smart, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
He knows like 8 tricks now.
Nice.
Just a really good dog.
Nice. You guys pretty active with him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We take him out and about. Obviously, he goes swimming at Alton Pond.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until one day he decided to go to the bathroom right in the water when other people were swimming. And it was very embarrassing. And I had to try to scoop it out with a Dunkin' Donuts cup. But yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think he was the first dog or human to go to the bathroom in the Alton
And
Pond.
all my-
Can confirm. Can confirm that he is
But
not.
when he started going and the girls were, oh, hell no, and starts walking out, it's just like,
Oh my
God.
gosh, that's so funny. What goes through that dog's mind? It's like, oh, this seems like a great place.
He
to do
got
this.
excited.
Yeah. All right. Fair. Fair. That's cool though. No, dogs are the best. I've loved having a dog. This is the first time I've had a dog as an adult, and
They're the best.
it really has brought so much joy to my life.
They're better than people, man.
They are way better than people. I mean, I like talking to you, but
Yeah.
she doesn't talk back. You know, she's
And she'll always love you no matter what you say.
no matter what.
Yep.
Right. So, all right, cool, man. Before we get going though, we know you got a dog, but like, give the audience like something fun, unique, personal about yourself that they might not know from looking at you.
You might not know from looking at me that I am a diehard Pittsburgh Steeler fan.
Oof, that's
And I
the
feel
wall.
like,
The ceilings are gonna crumble down.
and
here.
I've been taking a lot of heat this preseason with people saying Aaron Rodgers is gonna
Washed
be a
up.
bum. He's
Washed
old. He's washed up. And everybody gonna see this
Yeah.
year. You heard it on this podcast right here that Jay said it, that Aaron Rodgers is gonna go off this year,
Okay,
and Steelers are gonna maybe make it to the Super Bowl.
this is a bold prediction.
So
Bold
calling
prediction.
it here.
But we'll have you back on at the end of the regular season.
Yep.
And
And I'll either have my tail tucked like Daisy,
Yep.
or I'll be gloating. One of the two.
I love it. I love it. And you coach football too, right?
Yeah, I coached for 10 years over for the Middletown Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very it's rewarding
Mm.
coaching the young kids all the way up from my son went from 5 years old all the way up to 17.
Mm.
So yeah, and a few of my kids now go to URI that
Nice.
I coached in Pop Warner. A couple are at Dartmouth. So it's rewarding to see those guys keep going.
Very cool. Yeah, I miss the Pop Warner days. I was a Charahoe Cowboy for a couple of years back in the day.
Yeah,
And,
we didn't over in Middletown. We didn't play this side.
No, I don't
Not in
actually.
Pop
Now that you
Warner.
said, no, we definitely didn't in Pop Warner back in the day.
You'd have remembered if you did. We would have beat you.
Oh, well, hey, we were the state champs back in 2000.
Were you? Oh, nice.
4 or 5 or something like that. Yeah. We were one game away from going to Florida.
That was always the goal. I never made it to Florida.
You want to know why we didn't go?
Why? Bad call.
I dropped a pass with 30 seconds left to go. Would have brought us down
You were
there.
a receiver?
I was a tight end.
You were a tight end for the Cowboys? How have I never known this?
I mean, I don't really like talk about my
So
time
what,
as
the
a
pass
Pop
was
I know, but
in
you're
the
a
end
year
zone?
younger
It was
than
in the
me.
end zone. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I know, but you're a
Yeah.
year younger than me, and I played for the Cowboys as well. I don't understand how we didn't know each other then.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. No, you know what it was? You were playing high school ball at the time because I played my freshman and sophomore year, but I played Pop Warner because I was so small.
Oh,
I was like 110 pounds soaking wet. So I'm like, I can still play on the junior midgets.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know, it's
wow.
like, might as well, right?
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Never
think
mind.
that's what it was. Maybe it was 8th grade, 9th grade. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, no, that's cool. It's we'll see what happens with the Steelers.
Yeah.
But
a long season.
knowing now that you've been a football coach for 10 years, we're gonna have to have you come on and maybe guest commentate one of our games.
Oh, I'd love to do that. That'd be great.
Does Westerly or Charahoe, they play Middletown at any point?
Somebody,
sure they do.
Somebody plays Middletown at some point. I'll look it up while you
We'll
guys
figure
talk.
out the schedule and we'll let you know, and we'll have you come in and do a little guest commentating if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. That'd be
Cool,
awesome.
man. Well, Jay, man, I appreciate you coming in. It's been great getting to know you a little bit better. Like I said, this was our first one-to-one since I've joined the BNI group.
More to come.
More to come, absolutely. We love what you guys do at Wireless Zone. If you guys need a phone and you're in North Kingstown, Wakefield area, Jay's the guy to talk to. Till next time, we'll give it back to Ben and Dave. Thanks so much.
Thank you.